optical art.
Okay guys, I'm going to give you some price targets for Bitcoin. Also, I've created a new Theta chart. I'm going to show you this chart, how accurate it's been, give you some price targets for this as well. I'm going to cover the dollar index and also the Dow Jones. So before we get into this, guys, if you do want to access these charts, the website is opticalartcrypto.com. The link will be pinned in the first comment and description. For $39 a month, you get access to Bitcoin, altcoins, precious metals. Stocks and tutorials are separate. The new chart I added, so if I click on altcoins, if you already have access to these charts, this is the Theta chart right here, 3/11/21. I created this today. This is a post I made. This was where it was when I created it. Actually, it was right at this wick that came up. But let me show you. So this is what I was talking about. So right here, this is where I created the chart, and I want you to note how accurate this has been. So look at this. We came up, we found resistance, came down, wicked back above it, found support. This was I put this in after I published the chart. I'm going to show you the published one. We came up as resistance, perfect resistance, came down as support, bouncing back and forth, resistance here, pushed up as resistance, support, came up as resistance, came down as support, and came up as resistance. So you can see we're clearly respecting all of these fib channel lines here. And before I give you some price targets for this, let me show you the published version of this right here. So this was published 7 hours ago. Let me hit play on this just to show you. This chart is on the 30-minute, just to show you. If I change it to the 1 hour, you can see it matches that other chart. So you can see these wicks, they come up and perfectly touch. Wick here, 2 wicks here, you got support, and you got 2 perfect wicks right here. So again, just want to show you how accurate that was, and this is how it played out. Let me zoom in. So again, this is published chart, I can't change it. So again, I will be creating more charts. Let me give you price targets on this. If you have access to the chart, obviously it's going to help you out because this goes pretty quick. And just since I created this chart, guys, Theta, when we came back down, I created at this point, we came down, we pushed up a total of almost 20%. It's 20% gains in Theta right now. So look, you can see we got a perfect rejection right here on this blue fib channel line. Let me put a little line here so you can see it. So perfect rejection here. So your current resistance is $8.07. And all of these lines are your support and resistance. So your current support now is $7.44. Your next support below, if we drop below, is going to be around $7.19. Your next support below that is going to be $6.80, but your strongest support is going to be around here at $6.65. Now I have these gray lines will be the strongest support levels below. If we push up, your next strong support is just above $8.07, so $8.18. Then your next resistance above is going to be $8.93, and then I have resistance levels above. But just to show you the accuracy of these charts, so write down these support and resistance levels for Theta, so you can see for yourself how accurate this has been. As soon as we get above $8.18, your next target is $8.93. But currently, your resistance is $8.07. Your support is $7.44. Your next support is $7.19, and then your support below is $6.65. If you do want to access this chart, guys, just sign up to the website. And again, this is just showing you how accurate this has been, the published version. This was a tweet I made. This was March 10th, so this was yesterday. I was saying current resistance to watch. This was A1 chart, and this was also the Bitstamp 123020. Notice I was referencing we hit this this red trend line at 57,710, and we also had resistance here at 57,354. When I see 2 charts that have the same resistance, that's a likely point to possibly get rejected. So that's why I say current resistance level to watch. And then again, the B1 chart was support. So saying watch this as support. So I'm going to give you price targets on all these charts to pay attention to. So it is possible. Now guys, I'm going to cover the dollar index. The dollar is dropping. This was our support. It looks like we're coming down. Typically, if the dollar is dropping, you want to be long on crypto. And before I was making this, we were holding support. So if the dollar does come down, it probably would be wise to be long. I mean, I would make sure you're at support before you do. But again, if we continue down, your next support on the DXY is going to be around, I know these are small, guys. Let's see here. So your next support is around 90.78. If this continues down, again, this is under the stock section, but if we continue down to this point, this would be your next support. So if we drop down until we hit this point, I would probably be long on Bitcoin. Once we hit this point, we'll probably catch support, push back up to right here is 91.49. So probably we'll end up coming down, doing something like this, pushing back up. So again, I was just saying Bitcoin is a hedge against the US dollar. If this is dropping, and we can probably see this now. So, and what I was going to show, this is what I said right here, watch to get rejected, 57,354. And notice, you can't see on this screenshot, but if you'll notice, we did get rejected here. And we came down, we found support on this ring, we pushed back up, we found support. Notice we bottomed right here. So it's possible we're in this pattern. It depends on how the DXY plays out. And again, it's too early to tell, but it looks like we could possibly do something like this, in a consolidation into either we break to the upside or break to the downside. And obviously if we consolidate for a while, these targets will be different. They're at an angle, but I will give you price targets above and below. So again, just watch to see if that's a possible pattern we're in. This has been a lot of support and resistance. You can see that clearly. This goes back a long ways. This right here is March 4th. We've been finding support, resistance, resistance, resistance. We broke above it as support. So again, I'm just showing you why that's very strong support and resistance. And notice when we pushed up, we got rejected right here. That's where this, I was talking about this tweet, to possibly get rejected, this line here. So it looks like obviously if we push above this, your next resistance to watch, this is the A1 chart. So if we push up, watch 59,336 to potentially 59,454 if we push up. If we come down, again, this line has been a lot of support. So, watch potentially catch a bounce around 54,843. We'll have to see if this is a pattern we're in. We're already breaking up from this now. So again, I would watch this target, 59,354. If we cannot make it above this, then obviously we're coming back down to 54,900, depending on when you make contact. This is the B1 chart. This has been very accurate. These are going to be very important support levels. Notice this is where that last video I was talking about the perfect short. We hit this to the tick, and I let people know, I said, look, this is a likely point to get rejected right here. We came down, and you can notice, if you'll notice, we found support right here on this trend line where we found previous support. We did wick below it a bit. So let me give you some support levels, resistance levels to watch. If you'll notice, this is the next strongest resistance above. So this is your first one. Your next strongest resistance above will be this one right here. So let me give you these targets, and you'll notice, you can see that price has been respecting all these fib channel lines. And I mark them off. So this one's the strongest. This is the stronger one below this one. These will be support and resistance, but you will catch a nice bounce here and a nice bounce here. So if we push up, according to this chart, the B1 chart, your resistance to watch around 59,100. Keep in mind, guys, when you have multiple charts that match, so this is 59,100. This is 59,445. Obviously, we'd have to push up sooner to match hitting this fib channel line, but again, 59,000 looks like a likely upside target. We push above that, your next target to watch is potentially 61,900. Out here, 62,000. Your current support on this chart is 56,544. Your next strong support below is going to be 54,189. Your next strong support below 51,658, and then you will have very strong support at 49,000, and then I have a target below as well. This is the Bitstamp 123020. This is the chart I was talking about. This ring was a lot of resistance. We pushed above it, found support, broke below it, and its resistance, got above it a bit, pushed above it. When a ring is holding its resistance, finally when you break above it, you get a pump. Notice we got a pump, found perfect support on this fib channel line. We pushed up, we got rejected. This fib channel line came down. Notice we're respecting this ribbon here. So you can play this ribbon. I would be cautious. You'll notice it says long and it says short. You can play that sometimes, but be careful. Sometimes it'll show short after it dropped. But the ribbon itself, notice right here, this is on the 3 hour, but you'll notice we came down, we tested the ribbon, we pushed up, we tested the ribbon, we pushed up. So again, I would use the ribbon. Also, pay attention to the MACD, that they're here for a reason. The MACD and the RSI can also help you get an idea. If you're at support and the MACD looks like it's starting to angle up, or the RSI, then probably you want to long. If you're at resistance, it looks like it's about to curl down, like right here, then maybe you want to consider shorting. But we are above this ring now, at least on the 3 hour. We'll have to see how this plays out. This ring has been resistance in the past. We have pushed above it a bit. but I'm just going to show you resistance levels above. We've got a lot of resistance right above right where we're at currently. So this resistance at this ring is around 57,246. You can see this next red line above. Let me make this bigger so you can see it here. So your next resistance or major resistance to watch is 58,000, and right above that is 58,500. If we come down, again, you can see this was very strong support. So likely if we came down, watch potentially 52,161. And then this ring that we pushed up from, this would be, I'll make this bigger for you. And again, guys, this is just swing trading. If Bitcoin's bullish, it's pushing up, and if it comes down, I'm just showing you points to potentially, buy or sell or long or short. All right, let me make this a little larger. So again, what I'm saying is watch to get rejected at potentially 57,900 to 58,477. If we come down, a likely support level 52,161. You can see this was tested. Support. Hold on. Support, 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 and we pushed up. And again, this was resistance, resistance, resistance. So typically, rings and fib channel lines, they will flip as support. So if we happen to get rejected and come back down, if this support breaks, this is your next likely support level here. And then you will have support down here at, let me make this larger to plan this out too well. This is your next strong support. You can see here, we've been holding support. Let me get rid of this volume. You can see this has been a lot of support. It was support, 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 resistance, support, support, support. Almost made it down to it, but again, that's what I'm saying. That will be very strong support to watch. And it just so happens this support level right here, and again, that's what when you have charts that match, 46,620. That also matched up with this target here. Let me see here. So that was our first drop there. Yeah, so right here around 53,500, and this right here, you had multiple. You had a ring right here, this ring right here, 54,700. We bottomed almost right down here. So I had 3 charts showing that was strong support. So that's what I say. Always reference different charts to potentially find your support level. 3 charts said around this area of strong support, so this was a good buy-in point. We are pushing above this point, so I would watch 59,325. And again, pay close attention. The B1 chart are your closest or your most accurate support resistance level. So if we push up, you will get a temporary rejection at 59,100. You push above that, you get a rejection at 62,044. Depends when you make contact. These are at an angle. Again, so I'm just giving you price targets on these different Bitcoin charts. Let's see. So the DXY, again, guys, pay attention. If dollar's coming down, that is bullish for Bitcoin. Because the dollar's dropping right now, that's probably why we're pushing up above this point. I'll try to get this video up pretty quick. Again, watch around 90.78 for your support. We could push back up above this. If the dollar starts pushing up, you probably want to be short on Bitcoin. The Dow Jones, guys, I've been getting a lot of flack about the Dow Jones. I think a lot of people read the titles, but they don't watch the actual video. I showed that every time we hit one of these orange rings, we got rejected. Read right here. It was resistance, support, resistance, support. If you had access to this chart, back on the 9th of September 2020, you could have been playing the hell out of the Dow Jones. But what I was saying and just showing what the chart showed me was we were getting rejected, at this orange ring. And we were coming up on a fib channel line. If we crossed it, we could have a drop. Now, just coincidentally, and if you did watch that video, guys, I'll play a small clip of this. I wish you would actually watch the video before commenting. A lot of people said, you said we were going to crash. Well, then you didn't watch the video. Let me play a little clip of this for you real quick. Now, I know the stimulus package, they're in talks about possibly passing this soon. That might cause a pump. If that does happen, well, if we push up and you get rejected each blue ring, like right here, we pushed up, rejected, support, rejected, support. We blew past this blue ring. So, okay, if we don't get a correction here, well, if we do get a pump with the market, where's a potential point to get rejected? This next blue ring up. And keep in mind, we've got a fib channel up here too. Let me get my brush tool. Right here. So if we do not have a correction and we push up, it is very likely our next point to top out for a correction will be right here, around 34,000. So, and that's all I was saying is if the stimulus package did not get passed, it would make sense. I mean, it's a kind of a coincidence. I was saying March 11th was the apex. That would be the point that we potentially would come down. The stimulus package passed, the hype and the FOMO started pushing the markets up. I said, look, if it pushes up, which was likely because of the stimulus package, then this is your target above. So I gave both scenarios, guys. Make sure you watch the whole video and you don't just read the thumbnail or the title. Again, so one first target to watch, I have multiple charts for the Dow Jones, but watch this ring. We did come up. We almost made it to it. We came back down. This could be a point to get rejected here. I do have another chart with the 5th channel. That'll be for another video. A likely point to push up, guys. Typically what happens, and this is a very good example of this. Again, this is the Dow Jones. You push up, the orange ring, get rejected, hit the orange ring, get rejected, come back to the orange ring. So that's why I was saying up here, if we could not make it above, and it seemed like we might not. We got above it briefly, came back below, then we were coming down, so a likely point to come down to would be this orange ring. But that's what I'm saying. I think if the stimulus package did not get released here in the US, then the bearish scenario would play out. But they are scared to death. The Fed is scared to death of the markets crashing, so they're doing whatever they can to pump it up, and that is exactly what's happening. And you can see Bitcoin's pushing up as well. And let's check this out. So yeah, it looks. Pay attention to this upside target, 59,325. And again, this is, let's see, 59,325, 59,100. You will get rejection here, guys. I've shown you why this is the case. This is the highest we've got recently, but you can see we topped out right here. Came back down as perfect support, resistance, support, resistance. So again, that's why I'm saying that is your next target to watch. But do compare all of the charts to make sure, like if you have charts with matching targets, that's likely point to get rejected. Again, Theta, you can see that we came down. Notice we found support right here. So it's possible we could push back up to $8.07. If we do drop, your next support is $7.44. And guys, I will be creating new charts tomorrow. So these are all the charts we'll be adding to the website. I have a lot to do. What I did was I made a tweet. My Twitter is private. If you want to follow me, you have to be subscribed. So I knocked out Theta. The next one I'm going to knock out is SNX. So I'm going to have all this: LISC, SNX, SMR, XMR, and ETN. Once I knock these out, then the next day I'll knock out FET, HBAR, Algo. Well, I don't know what some of these are, but again, I'll be knocking out all of these. So all of these will be added to the website. It will take a while. I'm just doing, these are the most requested. So LISC is going to be next. There was 20 requests for this, 11 requests for SNX, 10 for XMR, 9 for Theta. I went ahead and knocked that out. So ETN, FET. So again, that's what I'm using, so you just know what charts I'll be adding. But guys, I think that pretty much covers it. Just pay attention, and you can see when I make that tweet here about the Theta charts. The Theta chart has been added to the website. Actual charts, price label shown. Strongest support and resistance levels are the gray lines above and below. And you can see these gray lines have been the points we got rejected. See right here we got rejected. I did add this after the fact, the support level. We came back down, tested it, pushed up, got rejected, pushed above it is resistance, support, resistance, support, resistance, support, and now you can see we're currently holding support here. So if the dollar is going to continue down, again, these are your targets to watch. And if I'll give you, if you have access to the chart, you can get these targets higher up and lower, but they're at an angle, so if it takes a while to get to it, this target might be $9. But again, these are your support and resistance levels to watch. So if we push up, watch to potentially get rejected around $8.96, maybe $9 if it takes a while to get to that point. And if we come down, your next strongest support level below is around $6.65. So guys, that's pretty much it. If you do want to access these charts, the website is opticalartcrypto.com. Again, $39 a month to get access to Bitcoin, altcoins, precious metals, access to my Discord and to Twitter. Again, if you are subscribed, you need to email me to get the Discord link and the Twitter invite link. Again, the link is opticalartcrypto.com. It'll be pinned the first comment in the description. And look forward to having these charts up. I will be working on these, every day. I'm gonna try to knock out a few charts and add them to the website. Guys, that's it. Until the next video, trade safe, trade smart. I'm out.